Hello. Hi all. Today I'm going to discuss about the important concept that is a mount point creation. Okay. So basically, what is the mount point? Okay. So why we need to use the mount point? Okay. So what is the necessity of mount point in Databricks? Okay. So if you take in Azure Data Factory, to make any connection to storage account. Example, I wanted to access any storage accounts, okay? Like apart from the Databricks, any external storage account, if I wanted to access, I need to create a mount point, okay? So what I mean to say here is basically, so if you take the storage account, okay? So any ADLS, okay? Microsoft ADLS storage account, okay? Or blob storage account, so or a SQL. So if you wanted to access any storage, okay, or any external storage account, okay? So basically, so whatever, see, in Databricks, there is a by default storage account will be there. That is a DBFS. Okay. So that is internal to the Databricks. If you go to the catalog, so here, so this storage is specifically internal to the Databricks. But so we always work real time with the external sources as well. So we used to get the files, input feed files from external storage spaces. Okay. So what that means, what is external storages? External is nothing but, so Microsoft, whatever the Azure portal is there, it will be the external for the Azure Databricks. Because anyway, Databricks is mounted in Microsoft Azure, but this is a third party vendor tool. Okay. So the Microsoft, they are paying the money to Databricks and they are utilizing this service. At the same time, so this Databricks, if I wanted to access any storage account, okay, apart from the internal storage accounts, okay, what we need to do, we need to create a storage mount points. What is mount point? Mount point is nothing but similar to your linked service in Azure Data Factory. Okay. So what we are doing here is we are making a connection. Okay. We are making a connection between Databricks to Azure. Okay. Azure storage account. Okay. So I have a ADLS storage account. Okay. So I wanted to access this storage account in the Databricks basically. Okay. I cannot able to directly access this storage account. Okay. I have mentioned, right? It is an external source. So if I wanted to access in Azure Databricks, okay, so in ADB, so we need to create a mount point for any other external sources. Okay, always when you are working in real time, you definitely need to access the external storage accounts as well, or external sources. So we need to create a mount point to access these specified storages. Okay. So now I'm going to explain the steps, okay, how we are going to make the mount point. So this is the standard script, okay, or you can write your own script as well, okay. So this script will gives you the storage account, how to create a storage account, okay. So basically what we are doing is dbutils.fs mount. Okay, so this will gives you the mount points, list of mount points. Okay, so by using this command we are going to mount the storage account. If you see here, source we have given, and mount point and external config. So let me explain step by step here. So storage account name, I am giving these parameters. Okay, storage account name, storage account access key, SAS token, blob container, and mount point. Okay. So these are the parameters I am passing to inside this mount point section. Okay. So this section will take the input parameters from this particular parameters. Okay. So you can directly give this whatever the parameters which we declare, right? You can directly also you can provide. Okay. But in case if I wanted to change for some other storage accounts, so every time you need to hard code here, right? So instead of doing all those things, I have created this standard script. So this script, you can simply use this script and you just need to change the values. That's it. Okay. So this format you can use in your real time as well. So let me go on to here, storage account name. Storage account name is nothing but, so I have created this storage account ADB retail data. I wanted to access this storage account now. So I'm going to copy this storage account and I'm going to place it in between this quotes. Okay. And storage account access key. So let me tell you, so this access key will be available if you see there is a lock symbol access key. Click on here. Once you click here, so there are two types of keys. You can give this any of the one key. Okay. So now my case, I'm just taking this one. Okay. I'm just copying it and then I'm pasting it here. Simply you can paste and SAS token. What is SAS token? So SAS token is nothing but shared access signature. You see here? So this is the one which used to make the connection. Okay. If you see here, allow services are blob, file, queue, table. Okay. And also these are all the permissions which I am providing. I can read, write, delete, add, create all these options which I can provide it. Okay. And also I can detect the versions and read and write filters. Okay. So these are all the options which I can provide. So now here you see allowed resource types. I'm allowing this service, container and object. Once we select, so I am generating for key one. If you remember in the access key, I have selected the key one. Similar way, here also I am selecting key one. Whatever you have selected the key, same key one you need to generate the SAS token. Okay. Generate the SAS token and it will generate use a SAS token. You need to copy this one. These are all the information actually. These are the connection string, URL and file and queued. All these are the values, but SAS token is the one which you need to copy and you need to place it over here. And blob container name. So blob container is nothing but which folder under this storage account, which folder you wanted to access. Okay. So I have this folder, product data. Okay. So I'm going to upload some sample files over here. Okay. So let me upload some sample data over here so that you will get to know what I'm trying to say over here. Okay. You just take it, okay, and you can upload it here. Any data, I'm uploading customer file. Okay, so let me upload this file. So I have uploaded this file. Okay. So in this folder, I wanted to access inside the file, which are available in this folder. Okay, I wanted to access this file under this container. Okay. So let me select this one and I'm going to add this container name and mount point. So container we have provided and storage account name we have provided and now mount point. Mount point is nothing but which which particular container you are going to access. MNT is the standard keyword. If you take any mount point terminology slash MNT is the standard one. And now I'm going to provide my mount point name over here. So this is the mount point name. And so here mount point equal to mount point. So all these parameters will pass here and it will get fetch the information. The inside logic will fetch the information. If you see here, so WASBS is nothing but this will supports the blob. And there is another one for ADLS storage account. If you are trying for ADLS storage account, so you need to write ABFSS. Instead of WASBS, you need to write ABFSS. So this one is need to be used for the ADLS storage account. But for blob, you need to use WASBS. And now this is your container name, blob container name, product data, and this is your storage account name. These are all the parameters. Okay. This second one is related to the customer name. It will pass over here. And your storage account is a blob, and this will be the common connection string. If you open here, you may get a question how this will be formed. If you click on this container, you can see over here, if you click on access key or something, you can see the connection strings. Okay. Or you can observe here as well. If you remember, so we just generated some SAX token, right? So you will get in a property section as well. Okay, anywhere you can find this particular storage account name. Okay, you see here ADB retail blob.core.window.net. Same thing we have written over here. Complete storage account and format. What is the format? It's a blob container name. This is the container name, and I told you, right? Container name, it will pass here, first bracket, and storage account name, it will be passed here. Two parameters here. These flower brackets, first one represents the container name, second one represented the storage account name. These two parameters I have passed here. Okay. And then mount point is equal to my mount point. This one I am passing here. And next one is extra config. So this is to actually authenticate your storage account, because you just given your storage account, but you wanted to access the storage account, right? So how we are going to access? By using this authentication access keys. In a simple way, example, you wanted to access your Gmail. What you will do? You will provide a dedicated user ID and password, right? So similar way to access your storage account, you are going to provide your storage access key and SAS token. So FS is nothing but file system, Azure, and your shared access signature, SAS, okay, and your container name. Okay, blob container name, product, dot, storage account name, this one, and dot blob core dot net, and your SAS token. Okay, so this I'm going to pass it over here. Okay, so after that, I'm printing a message that so the mount is successful. If there is any issue, this will print that there is an exception in the mount point creation. So let's select the cluster here. So this is my cluster and I'm going to execute it. Okay, let's wait for cluster to pick the data. So I wanted to see now whether the mount is successful. Actually, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, so usually you should get mount succeed. Currently, I'm not getting anything. Okay, so what I'll do is I need to unmount first. Okay, db utils, how you are going to unmount? Db utils dot fs dot unmount. If you type unmount and inside this brackets, you need to give the your mount point name. Okay, if might be sometime back if you clicked on mount and it won't take, so you need to unmount it. So now it will show true and unmount successful. Okay, so let's see. how it will get executed. So once it executes, so this will throw a message. You see here, has been unmounted. Unmounted is nothing but you are de-attaching the storage account. If it is earlier attached in this Databrick notebook, I am separating the storage account. Now I'm again remounting the storage account. Now you will get the mount is succeeded. This message you will get now. So you definitely need to get the message because you will get either true or false. Okay. So mount is succeeded now. Now you can access the storage account. So how to test this one? So first I wanted to read my file which is available in the container so that I will come to know that. So this got successfully, mount point is successfully created. Anyway, it is stating it is created, but we need to check, right? So here df is equal to, df is nothing but data frame spark dot read dot. So what is the format of this file? This file is a CSV file format. Okay, make sure you need to select CSV file. Okay, so CSV, and then inside the quotes you need to give the mount point. This name you have to give mount point, and then your file name. Okay, copy your file name and then place it over here. Okay, so once you place this one, let's execute this. Once you execute, it will get successful and it will read the file. Let's wait for this one. Okay, if you see here, now file having this many columns. So we'll write the command, display or show to see the table display of df. Let's execute this. So this will shows you the data. Okay, so the customer data in the format of table. Your data frame works like a table, basically how SQL table represents, right? You see here underscore C0, C1, C2. If you did not mention header is equal to true, it will show like this. Okay, so this I will come later. This part is only for mount point creation. So once after mounting, you can check like this way to validate your mount point. Okay, that's all about mount point. Thank you, team. Bye.